Hey Julie, this is Selwa Lukoskie. We spoke on the phone last week about your website and some different things that I might be able to do to help you improve your web presence and grow your business. And as promised, I am putting together this video to hopefully help answer some of your questions and show you some of the different strategies that I currently use with other business owners in the Charlotte area and surrounding areas as well to help them with their web presence and improving their lead generation and their online presence in general and growing their business. So I've looked at your website, and all in all, I see some really positive things here. You've got a lot of pages on here. Obviously, there's a lot of services that you offer, so you have pages laid out to kind of display all of that. It's very clear what you offer from your menu. You've got a testimonials page. That's really great. You've got a contact us page, all standard things that you want to find on a website. Your logo is right here at the top, and you've got your phone number in a location where it's easy to see so that people will call you when they stumble on your website. But as we discussed on the phone the other day, your website is currently not mobile friendly, and I said that I would kind of explain what that means to make your website mobile friendly and what that would look like. So if you actually take your site, which I don't know why this isn't moving for me. Okay, so if you were to actually take your screen here and move it, you can kind of see what happens and how your website responds. If you were to shrink your screen to like a mobile sized screen, ideally you would want to still be able to see all of the content on your website right here. But with your site, because it's not mobile responsive, you actually have to scroll over to see the full site. Whereas on a mobile friendly site, let's take this example here. This is another plumbing company in the Charlotte area. If you were to shrink their site to a mobile screen, as you can see, everything kind of responds to the size of the screen. It shrinks. Their menu is consolidated here. You have to click to see their entire navigation menu. The pictures got smaller, but the entire site is visible right here on this mobile sized screen. And if you were to open it back up, as you can see, the content moves into a wider screen. If you shrink it back down, it gets smaller, but it's still all there and it's all visible right here on this tiny screen. And that's what you want. And you can test this out on your phone as well to make sure, but essentially that's what we would do is we would move your site over to a mobile friendly theme so that when this shrinks down, you can still see all of the content there, which today you can't. Right? You'd have to scroll over to see it, but we would make it so that a visitor who's coming to your site on a mobile device can see all that. And what we're seeing is mobile is a very fast growing trend. A lot of people are searching for things on mobile, especially people in emergency situations, assuming that you do offer emergency plumbing. I'm not sure if you do. I'm looking at your hours here. It's not 24/7, but if you were to offer emergency plumbing, having a mobile friendly website is huge because people would be searching, who knows what time of day it is for a plumber, and you want to come up first and you want to be available and you want people to be able to easily click this phone number to call you, or find your phone number easily on your site. And as you can see, if we scroll over, we shrink it again, your phone number disappears. So that's definitely one thing that having a mobile friendly site would improve for you. In addition to making your site mobile friendly, I talked about some different options that we could look at for getting you ranked in different areas outside of just Huntersville. When I do a search for a plumber in Huntersville right now, you're actually coming up number one, which is great. Huntersville's got about 50,000 people in it, so I'm sure you're getting business from that, just from that one keyword search. And you're not only coming up number one in the maps, but you're coming up number one in organic, which is fantastic. That's exactly where you want to be. I would imagine that you want to be there for a variety of keyword searches. If we go over to Google's Keyword Planner, we can see some of the different searches that are happening in your niche. And I've got this targeting Huntersville specifically, your product or service is plumbing. And if you scroll down here, these are some of the top keyword searches that are happening within Huntersville in the plumbing niche. So tankless water heater. Let's just test that out and see what happens when we search tankless water heater in Huntersville, North Carolina, because that's one of the top keywords. And I'm looking here, I see like Norman Plumbing Company is coming up 3 times. It's supposed to be 3 different pages on their site. But I'm actually not seeing you guys on page 1 for that specific keyword term. So that would be another keyword that we could target on your website through your website content to get you ranked for that term, and that could potentially bring you 30 more leads a month. In addition to that, we've got garbage disposal, a potential of 20 more leads a month. We've got toilet, a potential for 20 more leads a month. And the list goes on. I mean, there's tons and tons of different keywords that people might use to search for your services. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that your website is optimized so that when they search for all of these different keywords, you're coming up number 1, just like you are for plumber in Huntersville, North Carolina. So that's definitely something that I would look at doing first, is beefing up your content. You do have a lot of pages, like I said. I went through and looked at some of these services pages. If you go to bathroom renovations, you got a nice little paragraph here. I would probably add more content to all of these pages and really try to target these keywords within that content somehow. And our copywriting services can definitely assist you with that. I've been a copywriter for a long time, so I'm pretty familiar with the landscape. But you've actually got a garbage disposals page here. So beefing up this content right here would definitely help to target that keyword and any other keywords within the garbage disposal keyword group, if you will. So content is definitely a huge opportunity here that I see for you. Just really increasing the content on each of these pages to target more of those keywords and get you ranked in Huntersville for a lot more than just plumbing. Same thing with commercial services. It looks like you offer a variety of commercial services too. You definitely want to increase your content on these pages and really try and target as many of these keywords as you can. Each page should have one specific keyword or group of keywords that it's targeting. Probably I wouldn't go more than 2 to 3 keywords per page that you would try to target. But adding more pages to your site and adding more content to the pages can definitely help you guys out as far as that's concerned. Another thing I talked about was potentially either building additional service area pages for your site, which I'm going to show you right here what that looks like. So if you go to charlotteplumbing.com, you can see they have an areas served link in their navigation menu, and if you scroll through, it looks like they have a separate page for each of the areas that they serve, and then you can click view all service areas to see every single service area that they service. And if you click here, let's say Concord, that's in the North Mecklenburg area. I know you guys said that you service Concord. We could put together a page with content specifically targeting plumbing in Concord, North Carolina to help you rank for that keyword. Now you wouldn't rank in the map results necessarily. Let me go back to where I was here. As I mentioned before, there's map results and then there's organic results. Right now you're ranking in both for Plumber, Huntersville, NC. So you're number 1 in the maps and you're number 1 in the organic. If we were to do these service area pages for you, you wouldn't necessarily rank in the map results. You wouldn't rank here unless you had an address in Concord, North Carolina that you could use in order to get your business verified for that specific area. If you don't have an address in Concord that you can use, we could still work to get you ranking in the organic results for specific keywords, low-hanging fruit keywords in the Concord area in the organic results. But we could get you in the map results as well for different areas if you wanted to go that route. We would just need to set up a couple of different location pages in Google My Business. So right now you have a Google Business page for your Huntersville office address. If you could, if you know somebody who lives in Concord or has an office in Concord that would be willing to receive a Google Business verification postcard at their address, we could certainly get you ranked in the map results for different locations in North Mecklenburg, such as Concord, Kannapolis, any other locations that you would want to rank for in these map results, we could get you there. But either way, I'm pretty confident that we could work on your content, really beef up your website, add these service area pages, and get you ranking in here for some of the different service areas that you guys service. So basically, when I mentioned setting up pages on your site to target different service areas, this is exactly what I was talking about, was this right here, setting up all of these different pages to get you ranked in the organic results for all of the different locations that you want to target. Another option, rather than building pages on your website, is to set up separate lead generation websites for some of these service areas. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing it with every service area. I would pick some of the larger ones. So like Charlotte has a population of almost 1 million people. That's huge potential for you guys. I would probably set up an entirely different website for you guys to target Charlotte. I'd find an address in Charlotte, and I would use that address to get you verified on Google in the map results for your Charlotte office, which would be an address of your choosing. And I would pick some of these bigger areas like Concord, population of about 70,000, I think. I'm not sure if you service Gastonia, but they have a population of around 70,000. That would be another big area to target as far as building out a separate site goes. And basically what that looks like, when I say building out a separate lead generation site, here's what I mean. So this is my brother's business. He owns Better Built. It's a small business. They build storage sheds. They build play sets for kids, and they also do metal buildings. And what we decided to do, just to kind of test this market, was to build him a lead generation site specifically for the metal buildings portion of his business. So we built him Metal Buildings CLT, metalbuildingscharlotte.com. We built this site, I think it's been a few weeks, maybe a month now, and it's actually already ranked #1 on the map results for Metal Buildings Charlotte NC. And that's not a huge key term. I think there's maybe like 10 searches a month for this specific keyword. But as you can see, it's low-hanging fruit. We were able to get on the map right away, get in the #1 spot pretty much right away as soon as we got this Google business page verified. There he is. So that's essentially what we would do for you, is we'd build you a site similar to this, just a generic lead generation plumbing site. It wouldn't have your logo, it would just have like a tracking phone number up here. It's not really branded. It's really just designed to generate more leads. It's really designed as a piece of online real estate to take up more space in Google's search results, so that when people search for you, they're not only finding North Meck Plumbing. So let me go back to plumber, Huntersville, North Carolina. When people search for you, they're not only finding North Mecklenburg Plumbing Company here, but hopefully if we build another site similar to how we did for my brother's business, they would find that site listed #2. Same thing down here. They'd find you guys here. They'd find our site here. Either way, when they call you or when they call us, they're going to get you. And that's just more eyeballs, more people traveling to your business, requesting you as the company to service their plumbing needs, and you're getting those leads exclusively. We're not sending them to anyone else. So that's just another strategy that we could use. I know that you were a little hesitant about that because it does sound like an expensive feat. So I understand if that's not something that you want to do right away. Maybe that's something that we can work on as you grow. I also know that you said you had a budget of a few $100s right now. I think Brent said that he was charging you around $300. We usually don't start below $500, but since you are a small business, I would be willing to start at $300 a month to get these processes rolling for you. And I think the first thing I would do is build you a mobile-friendly website, transfer your content over to a mobile-friendly platform, and really start building out this content so that you have more opportunities to target those keywords. That would be my first priority. And then beyond that, I would probably build some service area pages for you, just like we've seen on this site right here. And then as your business grows, and I'm confident that it will, we can look to possibly build you some lead gen sites in specific areas with moderate population sizes, 50 to 200,000 people in that area. We would build a lead gen site for that area and get that site ranked as well, so that when people search for different keywords in your niche, they're not only finding you, but they're finding these other sites that we've set up that all redirect to you. So you're dominating the first page of Google and you're getting all those leads. So that's essentially the strategy. Like I said, I could honor the $300 a month price for the first 3 months and really start cranking things out and getting things moving for you. Once you start to see some growth, which I am confident that you will, and I hope that you will, we can renegotiate the deal at that point. I've got a couple people on my team. We're a family-owned business, just like you guys. It's me, it's my husband, and it's my nephew Aaron. We all work together to help business owners in the local area. That's what we're passionate about. We will essentially become your marketing team. We will work side by side with you. We will talk to you about your specific goals and what you're looking to do and how much you're looking to grow. And we will work with you to help you accomplish those goals in the best way possible. So I would say the next step would be to, after you've watched this video, maybe set up another phone call or another meeting where we can talk in more depth about exactly what this process would look like, what the timeline would look like, what our goals would be as far as getting the content over to a mobile-friendly platform, and really getting things up and running so that you can start to see more growth in your business. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. I know it's been a little bit long, but hopefully it's been informative. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I will talk with you soon. Thanks a lot.